Good evening and welcome to episode 289 of Vape Talk UK.
Said like a professional.
Just us.
I thought so. It's just the three of us. Is there no one else there? No one listening or anything like that? No one in...
We've lost Mark's voice.
We've lost Mark's voice.
Have you?
Have we?
Oh, that's
No,
okay.
no, it's back. It's back.
It's back. It's all right. Okay.
Your voice.
I actually quite like the fact that Mark said, "Can somebody do the intro because my mic's gone?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but we've just heard you ask us to do that."
No.
Mic must be working.
It was coming through OBS, not through.
Oh, all right. Okay. I'll let you off. It's a corker today, isn't it?
I'm knackered.
I know.
It's been a while since we've actually had time to do two in a row. So
I know what's going on. It's all good. And emergency backup. I don't know if anyone noticed over the weekend. I did a trial run to see if I could stream. It worked. Yes. There we go. Hey ho.
David says, "Evening. Nice to see Chandler can do an intro in one take."
All right, smart ass. Yeah, it was live and everything. Does this mean that I've got to get it actually got to get it right on the podcast? Notice
that would freak people out.
I know. I even got the episode number right and everything. Go me.
If anybody noticed, Chandler was live the other day all of a sudden by himself.
No, there was no face or audio or anything, was there?
Yeah. There was at the end.
Yeah. I did a bit. I did a little bit, and I was quite impressed. Somebody actually, what it was about 4 minutes, because I was just playing with it and trying to see what's going on, and it was about 4 minutes in before I actually took the whole screen off and tried on. I got to get the knack of unmuting myself, and because it isn't always obvious because I can still hear myself even if I'm not broadcasting it. If that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm getting the hang of it, playing with it. Yeah, it was fun. So yeah, I was quite impressed. Somebody actually watched it all the way through because they saw the little bit that I did at the end. I'm like,
I scrolled. I was like, where's the?
Yeah, they must have just spun through it. They didn't sit there, and I think it was 12 minutes long or something stupid. But there we go.
Evening to our viewers, evening Nat, evening Ben, and JB is here. Evening JB.
Is it?
Garrett, yeah.
JB's in.
See JB Skittles. That's JB.
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
Phil is also here. Phil's awake. Hi, Phil. And networker, Nick Bliss.
Obviously, David Childs. Yeah, we've got him in. So, there you go.
Oh, what's that then? What's up? What's that sound? Chandler's new mod thingy? What?
I have no idea what he's on about. So, Martin, what are you vaping on this week, mate? Let's get
I'm gonna start with
into it.
Same old classics against the Caliburn, like literally every day. For the Nick Souls, still also on the Porn Mob in the Noct LiPo.
Nice.
And still also plain old boring, don't want to try new stuff, so still just use mango passion fruit. But just before the show, I was like, I have time to rework something old I haven't used in a while. So just before the show started, I finished reworking the Imperia.
Ooh, very nice. Isn't that old though, the Imperia, is it?
Yeah, Imperia.
How old's the Imperia?
No, but something I haven't used in a while. Is
okay, all right.
Little over a year old, like May last year, sitting on the Datu. And I put some strawberry yogurt Jago juice in there.
Ooh, very nice.
So, yeah, I'm not that fast with trying new stuff. I had a period where I was like, oh, every pod I need to try that pod, but there was one pod I ended up always going back to. So if it works, it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me. Mark,
That was quick.
I'm still on David's recommendation. Still loving it.
Yeah. What's that? Did you what?
what is it?
The Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah,
recommendation,
you're liking
David.
it.
Yep. Not used anything since.
Awesome. That's quite impressive.
Um,
Aspire are knocking it out of the park at the moment, aren't they?
I wouldn't go that far.
All right then. All right. Should we say Aspire are knocking out like a new mod every week at the moment?
Throw enough shit at the wall, something's going to stick. Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I think that was the
Fair
slogan
play.
of Vandy Vape.
So yeah, with the Integra, not Imperial. I was getting too mixed up. Still on Poundland Special. Oh, it's not Poundland Special, but it probably is, to be fair. So still on Heiseno. I don't even know what I did with it. I've got a box up with me.
Mason O.
On a box of Heiseno from 88.
Ooh. Ew.
It's nice.
All right.
And not only
Okay.
is that nice, the menthol chill is very
Yeah.
good also.
What's that?
Oh, menthol chill. So menthol and chill.
It's just there's no
No cooling.
no. I don't care what they say. There's no cooling. It's just a really good, punchy mint. Do you
Wow.
remember? Do you remember Element Frost?
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
very, very minty. Very minty. And it is just very minty. It's nice.
Okay. And it's not got cooling particularly?
No,
or not,
I don't care
not,
what they say. There's no menthol on it.
Okay. It's just mint. Well, I might try that. And that's what from 88. That's 88 vape.
88 vape, yeah.
Menthol chill.
Thanks for the sub, Martin. Didn't you sub last week?
But that was because we'd been off the air for
Oh, you've got another one.
You've got another one. Bloody hell. Have I got another one? No. I'm all right. I'm fine. It's okay. Our local B&M have basically 88 vape. You know how these kind of stores have got at the end of an aisle, the complete end of the aisle is just vape stuff. Yeah, it's all 88 vape stuff. So
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're saying that is the vape shop that has the end of an aisle, or
No,
well,
it's
no. They
supermarket
presumably
place.
it's like a supermarket sort of.
Oh, okay.
It's a super. It's got an aisle that's got supermarket goods on it, and then it's got an aisle that's alcohol and and cleaning products, and then it's household stuff. So bedding and cheesy shit that you put on the wall in the bathroom, that sort of stuff. Then you've got electronics, and then you've got gardening stuff. It's a
And then vape stuff.
and on the end of one of the aisles, you've got one aisle that's all batteries, and the other side it's all vape stuff, and it's all 88 vape branded stuff.
You can take it yourself. Is that something behind the counter or anything?
No, not at all. You just browse it, pick it up off the shelf, and go and pay for it. So, is this not something that happens in Denmark?
No, and not a lot of countries because it's classified as a tobacco product. So, have we gotten more liberal legislation in UK since Brexit? Maybe.
Ciao, Marks. How you doing, buddy? Hope you well.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Dale.
I don't think so. It's just that it's not. You don't have to keep it behind a counter, as far as I'm aware.
But that's a big change in a positive direction, so to speak. Of course, if keeping it behind the counter kept the protesters against having ammo that you can just pick it up and steal it if you're a 12-year-old kid, then no. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah. No, supermarkets are the same over here. I know our Sainsbury's, they're just on the shelf. the next to the tampons and condoms. You just help yourself.
Our Asda, they were in the our Asda's in the tobacco
Okay.
side, so you have to go to the
I
tobacco.
believe they've still got them in the tobacco aisle thing, in the tobacco section, but there's definitely a vape section at the bottom of.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that?
Right.
I'll have to have a look in it. I hadn't noticed it anywhere else, but I hadn't specifically been looking. To be fair,
We're all good,
But-
Marski. We're all good. Hope you well.
yeah.
I've just realised that the colour in there and the colour that I've just opened, two very different colours.
Oh,
Well, you can't really tell.
no, it kind of looks the same
That's
from here.
dark. That's clear.
Lighter. Okay,
Either way.
there you go. Random.
What about you, Chandler? What are you playing with?
I've got my mouth to lung bantam box with a Cubics hiding in there. Still got the Strawbacco in it. Although I'm probably going to change that out because it just keeps getting darker and darker. Doesn't seem to be gumming the coil up, but because the liquid goes in a nice light colour, and then it darkens from the coil.
Yeah, mine does that when I've not changed the wick for a month.
Yeah, but I've only been vaping this for a week. I changed it last week.
Mm-hmm.
It happens very quick with this. I don't know whether it's the liquid or what, but I'm going to try a different liquid in it. But it's going to take me ages to get through that half a tank. It'll be the weekend before I can change that, I'm sure.
I'd do it in a day.
Would you? Yeah, but you exclusively mouth to lung, don't you?
Yeah.
Whereas I pick it up occasionally during the day, mostly on the other stuff. I've got my billet box in a KI Leatherworks case, just because I've been out today. So went to Whitby. Completely decided at midnight last night. You're going to Whitby tomorrow. Yeah, all right then. So we did.
We did that with Twycross Zoo.
Did you?
And
Literally.
and can I correct next week or next show?
Yep.
We'll be seeing a new borrow device from you. Hopefully,
Possibly.
a green one.
Okay,
I'm
but
looking forward to seeing if you like.
I'm intrigued because basically, look, we'll get onto that in a second. We'll come back to that, shall we? Oh, fuck it, go on. No, over the weekend there was the Mad Hatters. We had the Mad Hatters Expo, and
And
I
those
was
of
on
you
the.
that missed it,
If you missed
missed
it,
it.
God, you missed it. Oh my God, I was on the other. I was on the other side of the microphone, as it were. This time I was a punter, which was cool because I could actually bid on stuff. And Lloyd may have had a bevy or two
or 10, or 20.
or 10.
But,
It was absolutely.
but
I'm more like,
basically,
how many
his other half had to take control.
Yeah, to be fair, every 5 minutes he would just go. And that was it.
But basically, it was the most entertaining one we've had so far, and also
Basically, yeah.
best items and so on. So all in all, huge success. And
Hats off to Kelly, Lloyd's other half. She did a sterling job, but because she had to manage Lloyd and basically took over. And yeah, cracking. But it made it absolutely hilarious. It was worth it just for the entertainment value. It really was funny.
I was just about to say we've obviously got competition because Marksky bought a Skyline R on Batters today, but he did correct it to Hatters.
Okay, phew.
that's the Welsh version.
That Skyline R went up as a want to buy, didn't it? He actually contacted us and
Well, it was stress free because you used the looking for the thingy. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
So
So I broke my Expo cherry and I managed to bag an 18350. I think it's a mech device. I'm expecting it to be mech, and I'm expecting it to be tiny, but literally it was, here it is. What do you think? 20 quid. Yep. Type in the word and got it, and then I'm thinking, if I remember right, I think it's green.
Yeah, it's green.
It's green. Yeah.
Color with a little pattern. So
I may have partaked of a beer or two as well.
let's just say that a lot of people, they were like the day after. What did I get?
It has that effect on you, because especially if you buy more than one. I only bought the one thing, but if you buy multiple items, I can actually understand, because you only see it on the screen for a few seconds before, here's the price, boom. Are you going for it or not? And I can understand when you get to the end, it's like, what did I actually buy? Because you don't see it for very long.
No.
And it's like, okay. Yeah, so I can understand that. So yeah, so I've got this 18. I can't. Who's it by? Can you remember?
Was that the B&M?
It wasn't. It wasn't a manufacturer or anyone that I instantly knew. I just looked at it and went, oh, "That looks cool."
Yeah, the B&B.
B&B, is it? Okay.
Well,
Interesting.
I was just B&B Starwood. So
Yeah. It looked nice. So yeah, and at what, 20 quid? It was a
What was the RRP on it?
okay. I have no idea. I don't know.
we didn't know
on it.
We didn't know on that one. So yeah. Look, if you get a chance to join us on a Hatters Expo, they're fun, fast and furious, and there's some bargains in there. Well, there was this time at any rate.
B&B battery ball.
Well, no, because you don't get a battery or a burrow, so that's.
Yeah, I'm not getting either, or I'm not expecting it anyway.
No, but it's named by what you need to use it.
Yeah. Oh, the C3PO mod. Oh, how I literally sat on my hands when that came up. It was just a mech squonker with C3PO engraved on the door.
Yeah, it was a bolt with a same color as the mod bolt door, and that was so that, in my opinion, that was the bargain of the night. It was only 30 or something, and for a pristine condition bolt.
I know, and I'm going.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't buy it is because I've got a lot of squonkers, and I've got my SVBs, which are great, and I don't need another squonker.
Chandler, have you realised that Squonking's dead then? Is that why you didn't buy it?
No, I've got loads of squonk. I've got squonking devices. I just didn't need another one.
Evening, Mr. Payne.
So, and my last vape. There you go. Look, I've actually got a genuine pod system.
Oh, is that why you're buzzing with happiness?
Oh yes, just it's fab. Oop.
It's broke.
Pod wasn't clicked in. It's great. Actually, it's.
Do it again.
Oh, it didn't stop firing there either. Why didn't it do that? Oh, I just broke it now, literally. What's going on?
Oh.
Madness. Other than that, other than it just fucking up live on air, I haven't had any issues with it. There's a bit of juice inside. I wonder if that's. It's really strange with the pod, because the pod's actually really good. You've got a funny little pod. There's the coil, and the coil is right underneath the drip tip, so the flavour is amazing. It's about 5 mil inside there once you've taken the pods out, but it is a faff to get the pods out, so it's probably easier just to buy a cheapy spare pod to go with it.
There's a bung inside. Or...
There's a bung. There's two bungs. There's one inside that side and one in that side.
The bung Leo.
Yeah, so that side is completely blocked off, and that side is half blocked off. So yeah, it's certainly a lot more than 2 mil when it's fully open. So, but you need it because it's a direct lung.
What are the coils? Can you put different coils in?
Yeah, not yet. At the moment, you've got a 0.25 mesh, which it's quite.
Imagine that on a 2 mil.
With a 2 mil tank, it's just like, oh, okay, done, refill. Because you get through this amount of juice fairly swift.
Yeah.
But it's got a 2,000 milliamp hour battery, so that is about 1.5 tankfuls on the battery. I've noticed.
At 0.2.
Sorry.
At 0.2.
0.25. Sorry, 0.25 ohm coil, and with a 2,000 milliamp hour battery, I have to refill the tank 1.5 times before the battery goes flat.
So that's pretty good.
It's not bad. So the tanks lasts a reasonable while.
Ben is saying you're dreaming if you're hoping they're bringing out additional coils for it.
No, I'm not dreaming. They've brought out the Cloud Flask V2, and that uses exactly the same 0.25 ohm coils, but they're also bringing out a 0.6 ohm coil as well. So that is going to work in here because it's obviously the new Cloud Flask 2 uses the same coils. So yes. So yes, there is going to be a 0.6 ohm coil that's going to be coming out, which I'm going to try because that'll be all right on it. But I was expecting this 0.25 to be quite hot because there's no regulation on this other than obviously safety stuff on it. You just get the power out of the battery. And the 0.25 I was expecting to be hot, but it's bang on. A touch airier than I normally like it, but I can cope with that. Plus the fact you probably can't see, but I've put a tiny strip of sellotape over the central bit of air hole in the middle.
Oh,
it's not made a huge amount of difference, but because if I put my thumb over the airflow completely,
yeah, Ben, there is.
I still get airflow.
Talking of pod systems,
so yeah, it's cool.
we go round and round in circles, don't we, with these pod systems? But what's with all these single-use plastic shit things that are killing dolphins that have just come out all of a sudden? I was going through one of the wholesalers just before the show, and there's about a dozen manufacturers that have all bought these plastic fucking pens out, and they're not tiny pens. They're big chuff-off fucking tampon applicator size big things. They're
all dual. They're all the same size as your Caliburn or what have you. That sort of thing. Bigger.
They're chunkier. They're fatter.
We
they're
noticed.
Longer.
Yeah, we noticed this on the podcast a couple of weeks back, and David ordered 2 or 3 online. Jimmy ordered a couple. And I said, right, I'm going to go into my local garage, shop, what have you, and I'll buy one over the counter. And interestingly, my local co-op didn't have any disposable ones. The only ones they've got are the Cigalikes that I remember buying 5, 6 years back. I don't think they've changed anything at all. But my local co-op, the Asda, 3 local garages hadn't got any disposables. So we kind of went, these aren't pitched at the disposables because we were kind of assuming it was going to be the garages and the corner shops that would be flogging them. But I haven't noticed them in any corner shops or garages yet. So they're not really pitching them at that kind of market. They're going for the vapor who wants.
Maybe
I want an emergency something in my pocket.
Maybe the revenue on them in shops isn't that good. I don't know.
You see the ones I were looking at earlier. Let me just bring my WhatsApp up.
While you bring it up, I saw Damien from Future Use from Wavewise. He put up like a comparison of what was it, 15 geek bars or a Joytech Evo that you could fill up, like, and he did like a money comparison. If you went and you used the same amount of liquid and used at least the Nick sauce that they had, you would, compared to the geek bars, you would save 900 quid in a year between using
Disposable.
the EVOC and liquid instead of geek bars. So they're expensive.
The Beco Mate.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, that's wholesale. That's not retail.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the 50
Notice
milligrams are getting in as well, aren't they?
They're what?
The 50 milligrams are getting in as well, aren't they?
Are they?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't
people
noticed.
that have managed to buy off retail sites 50 milligram Nick Salt
Yeah.
geek bars.
Wow. Okay.
That's
No, I
just
hadn't
a
noticed
matter of
that.
time before they get caught, I guess, because you're still allowed to sell them wholesale because there's no limit in wholesale. But when you sell it to a customer, then I don't guess you've changed your laws by now to allow 50 milligram in UK, even though you could if you would, because you're not under the TPD anymore.
Well, they spent so much money regulating that it'd be stupid for them to stop.
Yeah, well, I mean, just more open, make it get rid of some regulations because as far as I know, when you finally left, you still continued like following the regulations of TPD until some new had been agreed, and I don't think any new has been agreed so far, but it would only be for the good, I presume.
There was a consultation a while back, because I know we pushed that, and I know a few people filled in the questionnaire online.
I had great fun with that.
Yeah, I know you did. And I filled that in as well, and it was a bit of fun. Obviously, it included cigarettes in there as well, but yeah, they were kind of saying, 20 ml bottles, 10 ml bottles. They were kind of implying that they were more likely to make changes of like making.
I don't think they will.
A 30 ml pre-nicked or a 60 ml pre-nicked available.
Down that route, I think if they go down that either 30 or 60 ml,
yeah,
pre-nick, nicked, they still need to ensure full testing.
Oh yeah, of course they do.
You think that'll happen?
Well, aren't they? What are they testing? So they're not testing short fills, or are they?
You don't. The short fills aren't tested.
Short fills aren't legally. There is no legal requirement to test a short fill.
The law's hazy down to the general product regulation.
But a 10 ml bottle of pre-nicked 18 milligram whatever has to be tested.
Anything with nick.
So I would expect that I would expect if there's a 30 ml bottle or a 60 ml bottle of 18 milligram whatever, I would expect that to have gone through the same testing as a 10 ml bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think these dodgy manufacturers will just go, fuck it, let's stick with the short fills? They work.
A lot of them are going to go, fuck it, let's stick with the short fills. Why not? I mean, they don't have to get it tested.
I mean, that's the loophole that was created a huge market.
Right.
I
know exactly what that was. And Dale and I from what was TYV had this conversation a long time back, well before the regulation. And they left all these holes in regulation so we could go down the short fill route. And short fill was a new word, it was a new thing, and it was like, and retailers at the time were just totally unsure. I know we were. And it was like, well, effectively we're doing nothing wrong. We've sold through all of our stock. we've only got 10 mils with nicotine in. They then went down the route of getting rid of all cartoons and anything to do with food or anything like that off packaging.
Did that include the short fills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't bloody work, did it?
No.
No.
Yeah.
And we were unsure, but Dale and I called it that they left enough holes in the legislation for the vaping industry to destroy itself. And look what happened. It's not dead, don't get me wrong.
No.
But as far as liquid goes, it's the British industry on the whole, I'm not saying all, on the whole, has killed itself. It's gone down to, you can go and buy 100, you go and watch John Bold on a Thursday night or whenever it is, and watch him sell his 120s at £3 a bottle.
Oh,
Yeah, but there's a different angle to that adds to it. That's also the fact that because you've been so pro vaping as a country, even under TPD, more countries have been able to interpret it the way they want, put in restrictions, taxes, whatever. But UK has for many years been so pro it that it created an even bigger market that brought a lot of, especially for liquids, in, and that jumps down the price.
I find it interesting. I'm not traveling around the country and haven't done for a while, obviously, but I found it so interesting that going into a vape shop in North Yorkshire and looking at the stock that they've got, completely different to going into a vape shop down in Northampton, Leicester.
Basically,
the brands that you've got
yeah,
are just, especially if you go over to Manchester. Oh my god!
but I wouldn't say it's a negative thing, but it's a thing that's created from a very positive approach to, like, back all the way from the highest authorities to vaping.
Yeah.
It then brings in, okay, then the market is valid because we actually have a market that's positive towards, whereas all the other markets either have that and that and that restriction. But the loophole with the short fills that enabled a lot of European countries where the shops could just start importing from Asia and US, and they didn't have to register anything. So they didn't have to consider basically what was in it, and because they didn't have to go through a registration process and pay a fee and shit like that. So yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, even if with tobacco you had 10, 15, 20 brands that you could go into any shop and go and expect that you were likely to have the brand that you smoked. But now, if you've got a particular brand of e-liquid, unless it's like a Dinner Lady or something like that, and unless there's only a couple that you can get pretty much everywhere. Other than that, it's like you find a brand of e-liquid that you like, and 3-6 months later, you may not be able to get it anymore.
But again, that's also what it helps make it like somewhat exciting, because I like strawberry cream. Oh, there's a new one because I didn't have mine, so I'll try this one. Maybe it's good and maybe it's not. We've all burned our hands on different e-liquids and that looks nice, that sounds nice, and even finger tastes nice. And then when you vape it, it wasn't what I expected, because it's somewhat the different aromas used, or different brands of aromas and so on. So yeah, I guess it also helped push the hobby part into like a new phase years ago, because all the different liquids, and there wasn't just strawberry. There were so many ways of doing a strawberry. Maybe you added a little honeydew or a little mango, and like so subtle you couldn't taste it, but it changed the flavor a bit. That's definitely helped. But one thing that I still say to this day that we can thank the legislation for is the 20 milligram limit. I am still a firm believer that if we hadn't had that, we would have been effed a long time ago because of Juul. because we see what they did in the US, and they would have done the same exact thing, especially with their marketing shit, in the TPD region if they had been allowed to come in with their normal ranges, but of course they couldn't. So when there was no 50 milligram, 30 milligram, etc., and therefore no market really for them.
They didn't really. It took them a little bit longer to get out to get in.
Yeah,
because
but
of that,
like
because they had to change
because,
it. They had to change it to the 20 milligram. It took them ages before they were a bit late to the party.
there wasn't any dual 5% or 3%.
Yeah, but I don't know whether it would have been. I think it would have been something else. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know whether the little pod systems kind of took off over here as much. I mean, the vapes I see, and having spoken to my 16-year-old daughter at school, the vapes they tend to have in school, which is what they were complaining about the kids using, they tend to go for the TFV12 huge fuck off cloud jobs. They don't, in the UK, they don't.
Yeah, true.
They're not into the tiny pod dual things.
US, they reportedly had the issue with the small concealable pods. But then again, as former smokers, we've all like, oh, vanilla cigarettes, or I've even tried chocolate cigarettes or cherry cigarettes, mango cigarettes. Like, oh, it's a little bit interesting with flavor. That's of course also why vapors, they naturally like, oh, something with flavor. That's good. It's not that. Again, when
the vanilla cigarettes
put in flavor bans, how there's a reason why you don't have gum with tobacco flavor, like nicotine gum. You have it with mint.
Yeah.
You have it with berries or lemon or whatnot. You don't get smokers to quit smoking with tobacco flavor.
No.
So yeah. But speaking of loopholes, I think I've talked a little bit about this before, but the legislation they've made in Denmark with the first phase kicking in April 1st this year in regards to implementing a total flavor ban.
Yeah.
2 flavors. They've like closed some of the loopholes, especially regarding aroma. Like you can't have a shop that sells aroma within a certain distance, or you can't put a e-cigarette shop. You can't sell the e-cigarettes within a certain amount of distance of a shop that sells aroma if it's already there, and so on. So they've unfortunately closed some of the loopholes, but they are basically. I don't mean to use it as a threat, because in the debate usually it's often used like, oh, you're just going to create a black market. Well, we don't. Of course, politicians are not going to listen to that argument because we don't allow black markets. So why would that be? Oh, then we won't. But it is going to create a black market. Of course it is.
But I mean, it's going to be like chef's flavors. They sell flavor concentrates.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of mention of e-cigarettes on the website. And they used to be called Chef's Vapors, and they changed it.
But
I can
can't
see
ban artificial flavoring. They can't do that out.
No, absolutely, and I can see that being that's going to be, you're going to be able to buy coffee flavors, but you'd have to. I don't know. Can you do that? You can do that online, I assume.
Oh, speaking of coffee flavor, like the little 10ml bottles, like the biggest Danish produced one we have, which is called Sundbygaard, they actually had their coffee variant revoked by our security department. They went into every different store and said, do you have that liquid in coffee? And they were like, yeah. Well, you have to. We're taking all those. They were literally retracted. Because
by the manufacturer?
No, by our security department that went down to shops.
Okay.
Because they weren't allowed to be sold, even though it was approved, but suddenly coffee, caffeine.
What?
Some weird shit, yeah. Nobody bought it anyway because it was of course it was a cheap brand, it was a shit coffee taste. They, by the way, also have one which is just called cigarette, which nobody buys anywhere. I don't even know why they ever made it.
Yes, would you like to try our new cigarette flavor e-liquid? Yeah, no,
It's actually funny we brought up like old because I just picked these two off the shelf.
What are they?
They are very old. They are like from back when I had my first Ego cheese stick, which was like my first round of trying to vape to quit smoking, which is like 8-9 years ago. So energy and cherry, and these I bought these at like a flea market where there was like this stall, and back then you couldn't sell anything with nicotine at all in Denmark. And he was like open saying, yeah, there's nicotine. It doesn't say on the bottle because he couldn't for import reasons. He was just openly saying, yeah, nicotine. So I don't know why I've kept these because these ones I've never opened, but I've just kept them for novelty because I don't know. It's shit juice, real shit juice. And back then they were like, I think these were like,
It's like
5 or 7 quid a bottle. On this
Yeah.
flea market, I think I paid 100 Danish crowns for 2, which is like approximately.
oh god, yeah, 15
12
quid for. Do you remember 15 quid for 30 mil?
Yeah, but this is 10
we
though.
used to stock 18 quid for 30 mil.
Yeah, I know.
Animal
It was
Looper.
you.
Was
Just say high. So that
It was
means that I think
6.
that's 12 milligram.
no, that
$5.99. I'm trying
High
to remember the
would have
Oasis
been 24,
Really?
at least over here.
36. You could get 36 milligrams. You got.
I started on 24.
We got 24 was usually the very high, but then I remember being able to get hold of 36 milligram.
So it was produced in 12 and expired in 14. It's
Oh, is that the expiry
very
date?
old. Yeah, well, I don't know why I keep it. I'm never gonna vape it. I'm not even gonna try.
No, I think you should drip it on a series box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be
Send
entertaining.
me the pedo mod and I'll give it a go.
Jerry Bomber.
Right, we have got a vape sale bin this evening and we opened it up to you guys. Problem is, our usual method of delivering vape sale bin is down this week.
Is it?
So we're going to have to utilise Twitch's method. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Let's play it by ear. But watch your chat box for instructions.
Yeah, we've done this. We've done this before.
So I'm going to give it a 3-minute runtime.
Yeah,
No, let's make it 4 minute. No, 5-minute runtime.
5 minute.
There we go.
Okay, I see it at the top of the chat.
Yeah, at the top of the chat, you have a drop down with a vote. I don't care. Just from the color, I'm gonna vape this.
Here we
Remember,
have.
after you've chosen, you press vote. Otherwise, it doesn't register your vote.
So you select what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can change your mind as often as you like, but once you hit that vote button, it's recorded. Okay, I've got you. That's quite cool. I like that. Why is that different to the other way that we did it?
It came up on the screen, not in the chat.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
So unfortunately, those on YouTube can't see it.
Oh. Okay. We'll have to tell them. At the moment, vape is at
Andrew,
60%.
if you wanna vote, just do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, we've got 5 votes in so far. 6 votes, and it's 50-50 between vape and bin.
Can I vote? Oh, I can vote. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can vote.
Why
And
not?
by the way, since this, you can decide what you would be getting. If
Look.
it doesn't have to be 50 milligram, as Matt says.
Mark, question is, what the hell is that
It's a
teal?
geek bar. It's
To-
so-
It's a geek bar.
It's,
Yeah, but is that a chocolate bar or what?
yeah.
disposable.
And is it candy? What?
It's
I'm
a
assuming
disposable one.
It's a disposable pod.
A disposable part.
Ew. I suppose it actually, we probably shouldn't bin it because that's not particularly eco-friendly. That's probably the whole issue with it, that everyone's binning
Of
them.
course, you will bin it in the appropriate bin. professional
but who?
design.
A battery is dead easy to recycle. How easy is any recycler going to take one look at that and going, oh yeah, I'll take that apart, I'll take the battery out, recycle the battery. They're just going to go,
Yeah, that's plastic.
next.
It runs out and you chuck it out your car window.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what's going to happen.
If it's anything like, and I know this is going back to prior, I always found that the batteries never lasted long enough to finish the juice.
The one Jimmy had on the podcast, he finished his juice. No, I don't know actually.
See, that's the biggest issue because you have no idea how
No.
much battery you've used and versus juice because you can't see anything.
Yeah, I think with Jimmy's, the battery kicked out and there was still juice left in it.
That's what happened with me in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried the nasty disposable pots, and even though because I know the Danish nasty importer, he just gave them to me and I didn't pay anything for them, it wasn't even worth it. It was a foul taste. It was a very mellow taste. It was nowhere near the same as
I suppose if I was
better.
if I was a manufacturer though, I would want the battery to I would want there to still be juice left when the battery kicked off. Because the last thing you want is to still have battery left and suddenly start having dry hits on it. Because the juice has run out. And that would be the last thing you would want a customer to have. You basically want it to taste nice. Oh, the battery's run out. You don't want it to taste nice. Oh fuck, what's this? Oh,
Dale certainly has a point with all the focus on plastics and disposables and so on, but that's maybe mainly in Europe. I don't know. It's actually pacey that this sort of thing is actually allowed to be manufactured, something that's not usable.
That's 50 milligram.
Yeah, but you can decide if yours is 20.
Okay.
It's not your decision.
Yeah, 6.
Well, there we have it. A unanimous bin.
Andrew put it in the bin from YouTube, so yeah. Still.
Oh, so out of 10, we got 70% binned it, and then Andrew, so that makes it 70 whatever percent.
Right. Next on my list then.
Who did that come from?
Who do you think?
Oh, Matt. It's funny if you tell us who sent in the stuff.
Yeah. Because these have been sent in from
You
the
can do
Facebook group.
when we finish voting, so there's
Okay.
no bias or anything that.
So
this
who's-
came from Ben? I'll bin it.
Okay, so who sent in the? Oh,
Oh, is that the one where like the
Is this the-
manufacturer was out saying he had nothing to do with it?
God, spoiling my latest shit, mate.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I'll let you off. Yeah, it is. Well, if it's the fat rabbit, yes. Who was it? Look, it was. I'm looking on YouTube now.
And itty bitty teeny weeny yellow broken up.
Heathen fake.
And I see Nerlin, so he can get in the bin.
Oh,
I'm following Matt's lead. God.
But my thing is the lens they use. Oh no, it's not. It's my eyes. Looks
The
as
what?
though the base is curved.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I
Does.
just told a ruler up. It's really not. It's straight.
yeah. Illusion-wise, it does look like it's curved at the bottom. You're quite right.
It's genuinely not. It's really.
It's genuine.
Not.
It is an optical illusion,
Yeah.
that isn't it? Or is it my curved screen?
No, it helps if you put something underneath it that's straight.
Okay. Pen. Oh yeah. As soon as you get rid of the 510 underneath,
Yeah.
bang, it's
It's
straight.
straight.
But you let the 510 optical illusion, it looks like it's doing that. That's bizarre.
So talk me through this. What's the crack with this?
The heathen vape thing.
Whatever this is.
this is a fat rabbit, isn't it?
So it's not.
It's a win.
I think right. I've only had a I've had a look.
You see,
I've had
this
a
is
quick
the hell. This
look.
is the hell vape, isn't it? This isn't.
The Hell Vape fat rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
not the dead rabbit.
Nope.
And the dead rabbit was done in conjunction with Heathen. Is that right? That's what. Yeah, and there's a lot going off because the fat rabbit is nothing to do with Heathen, and obviously not getting any royalties or anything from it, and he's a little bit miffed about it.
So all these vapes are all political then.
Well, my vote is political. Oh, I have to press vote. Thanks. Phil, are you still
No,
awake?
Vic
man?
Mullin got sent a prototype and he thought it was his.
Mullen said he decided he didn't show it off to contrary to an NDA. Then Hellvape told him to do one, and he got sore. Yeah,
Oh, so it's got so
Yeah,
so
that
this
sounds
fat rabbit's got all sorts going off on it.
yeah. Maybe it was planned. Maybe that built some hype. And we
So,
just
hang on a
had
minute.
People say they want to vape just because of that. Given for free, of course.
Heathen's not Vic Mullins, though, is it?
Who's Vic Mullen?
So, ironically then, that, my friends, I hit the wrong button, is a vape.
It's a vape. Blimey!
Oh, Heathen is a US reviewer.
That's what I thought. I didn't think it was. So it sounds like there's two lots of vape drama going off, linked with one Atty. That is bonkers.
With Vic Mullen in the middle.
With Vic on one side and Heathen Vape on the other. Oh
Bonkers.
man!
And Hellvape.
And Hell Vape, being the manufacturer, going, oh, yeah,
Wow.
what have we done? Who sent in that fat rabbit then?
That one came from Ben.
From Ben Vapes.
Thanks,
Okay,
thanks,
cool.
Ben. Good conversation.
All right.
Yeah, the fat rabbit does look like a good vape, actually.
Let's take a look at this. I don't know if any of you have seen that this week.
Let's have a look. Don't know. I've got to wait for my Twitch to catch up. Holy moly! What's that?
That is currently up for sale on Mikey's Miracle Mill, better known as Mikey's Mud Mart.
Hang on a minute. It looks like my kitchen drainer just has been upended.
It's a Delro.
Oh, is it?
A Delro
Okay.
Rezo?
Yeah, it's a resin Delro, which the cool kids call a reso, but it's just a resin block. So
So it's a. Has it been made by Delro?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is an authentic Delro. It's
Just
one of
made
the-
from a resin block rather than the Delrin or whatever
it
they
was,
normally use.
Starting-
posted 4 hours ago, and it's currently
Starting
sitting at,
bid was $2,500.
What?
$1 or so. So
So this is a one-off, I assume.
yes,
Yeah, and they just went, let's stick it up as an auction. Is this on the official Delro?
no. This is pre-owned. This is 9 out of 10. But it's
Oh, this is a
located-
pre-owned one.
Yeah, it's located with the owner now in the UK. They can go for between 2 and 3K.
Do we know who owns it?
British. Yeah, I know who owns it.
Okay.
And yeah, it's up now for $2,500 because that's the currency that MMM use. And I believe they also do a flat 10% commission fee. So
Oh my god! And what would the original RRP be of it when it was sold?
oh, the Reso ones, they are I think they're around the 600 something mark in dollars.
Right.
When you win them on the rando, like
Yeah, because you have the way they do it is there's a randomizer to buy the bloody thing.
yeah, they have like the most common is that Delro themselves have a randomizer where they have like, I know one of them where they have 10 different resos and then randomize, and they actually don't take top 10. They like to 5, 10, 25, something like that. They've announced that beforehand, and then the first one gets to choose and then go down because they're all one-on-ones. They're all just resin blocks, as Phil can attest to. Resin blocks you can never make two the same because
you can't.
when you make a block, you have an idea of what to do with colors and some kind of pattern, but you don't really know how it's going to turn out.
It's just like a visual embodiment of chaos theory, basically.
So, Mark, why didn't we have a flip on this one?
Sells enough.
Yeah.
I forgot to vote.
What's
Sorry.
the price on it at a minute?
25.
So no one's bid yet.
No one's bid. No.
No one's bid. That's the starting bid.
Yep.
2,500.
When something like this goes on MMM, that's because none of those that have the money to buy it want to have it. Because usually these don't go up because there are people inside. They've seen that no people that have the money that would want to buy it if it was a color they wanted, but that just shows that
this thing's orange and blue. It's as Matt said in the chat. It looks like a soap dish.
It does.
It does. It to me it does look like my kitchen sink has been upended. Don't you think? Or is it me?
That's
Anyway.
a unanimous flog it.
And unanimous flog it. Having said that, if it's on at the moment, it's the same as everything. If no one's willing to, it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know who owns it, and I also know what the person wants to get out of it. So it's not gonna go for anything less than that price if he wants to get his return back. So, but to be fair, maybe he even bought it. I think he's actually the second only one who has it now.
Well,
Yes, this is actually one of the ones from that drop I talked about with the 10 units.
say that again.
This was the last one picked out of the 10.
Okay.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I suppose if
sending
you,
that
if,
one?
I suppose if you're on a, if you're part of a randomizer to buy something as a Delro, and you've got all these one-offs, if you're the last one, you've got no choice over what you get.
Nope.
You've just got. It's like, oh my god, I've got the really horrible orange and blue one. Yeah.
But you could be lucky that it's actually the exact color that you want.
Yeah.
Because all the taste is different.
Yeah.
Who said in that one, Mark?
Ben again.
Huh?
Next.
Cool. What we got? Do I have to refresh my Twitch because it's quite a bit behind? Ooh.
So you have to twitch your refresh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. Whee!
Oh,
The Aspire Kumo.
Oops.
I just saw RDTA and went straight looking for a bin.
Oh, this is this new fancy one from Aspire that has got no wicks in the RDTA.
Shall we? Let's show how it works with Pascal's law.
So Pascal's law, is it? Oh, okay. So basically, because you're vaping on it, it sucks the liquid up from the bottom. That's
Pretty
it in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And the one thing I'm looking at that going, that would be awesome with a squonk pin, but as soon as you stick a squonk pin on it, you've got no vacuum in the bottom tank, ergo it won't wick.
No.
So there is no way that can have a squonk pin in it and work.
Yeah.
It only works because it's a sealed unit at the bottom. It's interesting, and it looks like it would probably be a really good vape. I like the two different top
But how
caps
can
that
it
give
be
you the
sealed?
different
The
airflows.
liquid would have to go up somehow. So how can it be totally sealed? There will have to be some kind of opening.
Yes, there's the opening at the top, but other than that, there is no. So basically, when you vape, there's a change in air pressure, and it sucks the liquid out from the bottom.
Okay. Dale, so you don't use cables of this one. You don't use cotton that goes down into the tank. You just literally have a coil with some cotton sticking out that just goes to these holes that the liquids like comes up through, and then it's just like empty.
It's like you wick it the same as you would with a cable. You just lay your cotton wicks over the top of the holes, but there's nothing underneath it. It just, and apparently it works. But hey ho,
Not for me. Sorry.
I'd give it a go, but I think it would irritate me the fact that I would have to keep it's got a side fill. I think that would bug me after a while.
You gotta have a side fill.
Yeah.
It's got a side fill. Yeah, there's a hole. You open a hole on the side and squirt it through to fill it up.
So on the show tonight, we both have side fill and old fill. Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Cool.
But there you go.
That's still a vape.
Is it? Marvelous. Is that including any YouTube votes?
I don't know. Martin's in charge of that.
Oh, okay.
No YouTube.
No YouTube
I'll
votes.
follow it. Andrew votes. Which
Okay, cool.
we have 6 viewing there, but it's only Andrew who's voting when he feels like it.
Yeah. It's fair enough.
Who's sending that one? Let me guess. So did Ben send in 20?
Nice one, Ben.
So
Is it
Ben,
in-
when are you guest starring the show? I feel like you should be on.
Please note this is another Aspire product that's come out recently. They are just, like you say, something is going to stick.
Next.
What we got?
Hang on. I can only do one thing at a time.
That's all right. Sorry, Mark. We're tormenting you.
And I'm having to flick between.
This was the one when I was messing around at the weekend. I was thinking I have no idea how to do the vape cell bin malarkey. I couldn't work that bit out. I was going to ask you about that, but obviously you do it through Twitch.
No, usually use PolMap. It's called. Right.
Okay.
Next.
Is this a mod? I mean, we ought to guess, Martin. It's either going to be a mod or a pod system or a ATI.
Oh, it's something we had last week.
Did we
It's
do
the-
this on Vape Ben?
Kyo. No, I
No.
had
We discussed it.
Kyo. Not CEO apparently.
Shale.
Any Scots in here that know what the F it means?
It means no. I ain't got a clue.
Like Har was, some kind of Scottish.
Scottish fog.
Yeah.
What's the sayo? Is it a Italian fog or something? Oh no, you genuinely don't know. Sorry, I thought.
I generally don't know what it means.
Okay.
No, there's a screaming chicken on it.
Okay, I thought you were saying. Does anyone know what it means? I thought you were just going to go because it means, and you were going to tell us. Not, I didn't know you were genuinely asking. Okay.
But now I've become interesting.
So it is interested. The fact that this is designed as a direct lunger rather than a mouth to lung.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Apparently it will do. It's got restrictors in it. You can put in it. It will do mouth to lung, but it is designed as a direct lung tank.
So apparently Kyo is Scottish Gaelic, and it actually stems from Old Irish.
And it means
But
fog.
it doesn't say what.
According to David Payne, it means fog or mist.
That's boring. Going down the same route.
He's basically done that. Instead of he's gone for fog. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I've been there now. That's uninventive.
So what? It's exactly the same then.
So say that again.
exactly the same then?
Yeah.
So somewhat in the same genre. At least.
I like the fact it's got the 510 underneath it.
Many do.
But yeah, it leaves that big gap underneath, and that's that. I know you could just screw that onto an Atty and just use it as it is. It would look a bit funky, but
Ooh.
you could use it as a. How many mods is it going to align square on it though when you screw it down? It's just not, is it?
Let's just look at some recent mods, see if they can fit in there.
Yeah. Oh,
Does this fit a 45?
yeah. Can you make me a mod with a square 510, please?
So the cutout just have to be square.
It would be interesting if you could make a mod where you screw the 510 up to it, so you could have that on the side of the mod and just clamp your 510 to it, and it would look quite cool. But you'd have to have a specifically made mod for that. Would be quite cool though.
Some quite harsh votes there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with it. Honestly, I'm not.
What's the price point going to be? Do we know?
About 65.
77.77 euro. Exactly the same as the HAR.
Yeah, about 65 quid.
Yeah, but the official price is 77.77 euro, which is
it?
the
Okay.
wonky price that they also did for the.
HAR. It's exactly the same as the HAR price. I knew it was exactly the same. But by the time you've bought, if you buy it from, because it's Van and Del again, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you buy it from their website, you get it imported over here.
No,
By
but what
by the
they've
time-
started now, I just saw it today. They've started taking wholesale orders for the first batch, and then what's left after the wholesalers have been there is then going to be offered to the public. So you're going to get some in UK. There are of course going to be UK retailers. Of course, you know, the shop on Isle of Man is of course going to, or right, I don't know which, some kind of island.
Steam Island.
I was trying to avoid saying it, but
No, I just said it because why not? Like I know they stocked the HARs when they got it, but there will be other places that will be stocking it as well. Vapor Bay is going to have them. Oh, excellent! Well, there you go. I can ask someone to tell me when they've got them in stock, because that's what happened when I was trying to buy the HAR on Steam Island. What he does was he puts them on the website and goes out of stock. So you can go onto the page and go, oh, there's the item. It's out of stock. Yeah, we'll be getting it at some point next week. Right, okay. So I keep looking. By the time I looked, it still says out of stock. And what had happened was they'd come in stock, it sold out, and I didn't bloody know it. I was
doesn't he have a
checking his.
notification like where you can sign up to be notified? That's maybe they have done that for several items.
Yeah,
They're incoming.
probably, but anyway, by the time I knew it was in stock and I'd gone back to it, it still said out of stock. Basically, just got them all, sold them, and I'm like, fucking hell, has he got any or not? And the website still says stock coming next week. Yeah, it's got a
again.
Oh, it's got a condensation plug that fills that gap on where the 510 is. Okay. Yeah.
Was that Ben sending that in again?
It was. And we have one final one, just for shits and giggles.
Got another one? Yay.
Yeah. What? Good again. Oh.
What we got? Who sent that in? Seriously. That drip tip is disgusting.
I was owing about the RTA or RDTA on top of it.
No way, yeah. No. Having said that, I think I've got exactly the same drip tip somewhere. It's in the other room. But hey. Okay. A Pokeball mod. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, come on. I know what there is. That's what I'm gonna do, just because.
And those with you with channel points can have multiple bids. If you want to
Really?
spend some of your channel points that we give you.
How'd you do? Oh,
Oh,
oh!
that's fun.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, I only have 107,000 channel points left now.
I've only got 73.4k. Hang on.
And all I set it to was 25 channel points. I should have raised it.
Oh, leave it as it is.
Not that we get
This is
anything
nuts.
from it, but whoa, look at that go for the bin.
Oh my god! All of a
Look at
sudden,
him
sudden, it looks like we've got a shit ton of viewers because we've got so far 125 in the bin. Somebody likes it because at the moment there's now 90.
You know it's Matt that's vaping it.
Is that Matt?
And probably Ben as well, to be fair.
How long did you set the time for? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Oh, this will be interesting.
I
This will
think
be
it's
interesting
very-
as to which one wins.
See the purple bar dropping down?
The purple bar. Oh yeah, at the bottom. That's the time.
That's the timer.
Ah, that's quite clever. I like that. Vaping is not actually catching up. Someone is just someone is just
Someone's
clicking
spending
the
their
hell
channel
out of that
points.
bin.
Do you reckon I can... Uh-oh.
What?
Was that
Oh,
you?
Diddy's here. Tanner, mute Diddy.
What? Me? I can't.
Yeah.
His message has been deleted. Apparently.
Well, you click on him and then you mute him for the amount of time you want.
Yeah, but his message has been deleted. Who deleted that?
That's what he's writing.
That's what he's
Oh,
typed.
clever shit! It confused the hell out of me, did he?
Wait, are you new here, Chandler?
What?
Are you new here?
Well, yeah. So, right there you go.
600 seconds. You're kind of harsh.
Well, that's just I click timeout, and that's what it does. Look, see if I do David. I mean, he's got 6. Oh no, I can't do David either because he's a bloody moderator. Bollocks. Never mind. How do I how do I undiddy ban? No, I mean unban Diddy. Hang on, where is it? I'll find
the
it.
vapors have given up.
Ha, there you go.
Either that or they've spent all their points.
Oh my god,
Oh.
we've so far had nearly over 800 votes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Diddy, you don't vote like that. You have to go to the top, and there's of the chat, and then there's a box where you choose your vote, and then you press vote.
And you can put multiple votes in, but it will use your channel points.
Yeah, and I don't think it will make a difference at this point.
Well, depends how quick he is on the clicky button.
It's gonna have to be real quick, or have a bot or something.
Look, there are so many votes that somebody put a cell in there, and it's registering at 0%. In fact, let's have a go. They go, I put a cell in as well, and it's still registering at 0%. Awesome.
I want to see if they can make it to 1,000.
Mark, have you extended the time on there?
No?
Is this now gonna run? Well, the purple bar at the bottom is. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, okay. The purple bar doesn't fill up. The purple bar runs out.
Yeah.
It goes from right to left. That's weird. I was expecting it to go from left to right. Every Tuesday, 8:00, drop everything. I mean, you know, I
All
cannot
the
understand
clothes,
what. Yeah, I cannot understand at all what could be more important than vape cell bin. Obviously.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got any more?
No, that is it.
That's it. Oh,
That's
that was quite fun. It got more exciting because you didn't tell us until the very last one that you could use these channel points.
I'd only
All
just
the others.
I don't know if it's a thing we should do, or maybe have like a max or something.
I like.
I'm just gonna say I have enough channel points to win every vote.
I'm just going to set channel points to 1,000 in future.
Yeah, okay, that's not fun then.
Oh yeah.
I'll still win.
A fair play.
All right, let's do.
If some of you during the week or anything that feel like you hit us up with if you see something you want to add to Vape Stop in, that's an open thing.
Yeah. Do we get them to PM them into us? Yeah, that'd be better than them posting it in the Facebook group, because otherwise everyone will have seen it in the
just
Facebook
fire
group.
them over to me and I'll make sure that they appear. Right. Chandler's Adventures of Tintin.
Yay! I've not got much, but there's a bit.
I'm going to leave you first two till last.
Are you? Okay.
Unless you want them first.
Oh, it's all right. It doesn't matter.
Let's start with Coil of the Week.
Yay!
Oh,
Coil of the Week!
Chandler likes huge images.
I do like huge images. Do you want me to?
No,
I've got the choice between actual size and making them large. I probably will make them large next time instead of actual size.
Tall Paul.
Look at that. I like the macro shots, the really close up jobbies.
It looks like someone's
like a
taken.
hairdresser.
Do you know the piece of metal you shove in net curtains?
Yeah. Yeah. That stuff that goes across the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been a ball ache to make that.
But that's one coil. I mean, that could have been coiled by the looks of things. That is just one.
Yeah, but
strand.
in and out and under.
Yeah. And it's not tight either. So if you pulled that tight, it would just all fold in on itself. Yeah, like you say, it looks like it's a complete ball ache to make.
It's definitely not vapeable, and that has just been torched for a picture. But
I think that's been touched for a picture, but I think that could be vapeable because this is a macro shot. I think that is probably only a couple of mil wide.
okay.
Is my guess, but I don't think that is actually on a. Yeah, that is.
I think you have to look at it from an artiste point of view.
Yeah, I see that. That is a waste of wire, then a waste of time. Yes, because what the hell is the point? Other than to post it on Instagram and go, hey, look what I done, because I can.
Anyone else see
from
fishing clips in the
79.
background?
See what?
Mark?
Fishing tickets,
Fishing clips.
fishing clips.
To the right, they look a bit like...
Yeah, fish hooks.
Yeah, but the clips you use on... I'm trying to think what you use clips on rigs. I know in carp fishing you'll put like a anyway.
I did a bit of fishing, but I don't remember clips that look like that. But
Mark, look at the name.
yeah,
So we've got Paul, who's tall, and he's from 79. Who do we know who's named Paul, who's tall, who might be approximately from 79? Or is he older? Is Paul Harrison in his early 40s?
No, he's older than that, mate.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well. Never
Oh,
mind.
it was an
It was
But
worth a
to
try.
be fair, that beard does look like Paul's beard when he had a beard.
It does.
And it's tall Paul. So
Yep.
Paul is pretty tall.
I don't think Paul. I don't think
rank.
Paul builds.
He could have been the one posting it from someone else. I don't know.
This we've already mentioned, but I'm going to.
Yeah, stick it in anyway.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Sorry, is it too big? There you go. This is Heathen, who is an American reviewer, who I believe was involved with the Dead Rabbits. Because it's now the Fat Rabbit, this is
see the
nothing
comments
to do with
below.
Heathen.
Let's see the comment below.
Martin, just check your microphone.
What? Shit. Is it
Oh,
shit
for
again?
fuck's sake, that just blew my ears.
What, Chandler?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Um,
No.
So yeah, I had a quick look on Hell Vape's Instagram, and on their pictures of, I found the exact same picture from Hell Vape, obviously. In their comments, there was no no links saying it was anything to do with Heathen or anything like that. I don't know whether they are promoting it as a collab with Heathen or not. But it isn't. So there we go. Apparently.
345 likes.
Including Jobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a comment from Jabo underneath. So there you go. And apparently there's also some vape drama with Mr. Mullins as well, who thought it was something to do with him. And apparently
But he
isn't.
thinks everything has something to do
Oh,
with him. So
Yeah, well, never mind.
No.
So, well, what do we get? What's next? I can't remember what's next now.
SVB.
SVB. Oh, yeah, I keep posting SVB, but come on, look at this. For God's sake. Oh, that is awesome looking thing.
Looks a bit funky.
Yeah, but basically, if you look, the box itself is powder coated, using his original powder coat, and the door is Cerakoted. And I don't know how he's done it, but the engraved bits are this bronze effect. And they're
it
not
will be
engraved.
one color, and then he Cerakoted over, and then he cuts out, or lasers out, or whatever.
I don't know whether it's cut out or whether he's...
No, we have the
Covered.
base color,
Yeah.
and then you Cerakote it, and then you laser out the patterns, which then gives the effect of the two-tone color.
Okay. Alright.
That's my initial guess.
Okay.
You basically,
I know he's done... Yeah.
laser out black.
I know he's done some before where he's put two coats on and then sanded off the top coat. So I don't know how he's done it, but either way, it looks bloody awesome. I think that is pretty cool. And I do like the combination of the powder coat with the Cerakoted door. It looks very, very clean.
Do we have any idea what like the room thingy in the middle?
I'm literally about to run it through a scanner to find out, but the scanner's taking a little bit too long to download. So we're using
Okay.
on the father-in-law's.
Definitely like a Viking.
It's a
pattern
Viking script, isn't it? It's
and
runes.
runes, but then the 3 triangles.
It's runes. It's got Celtic knotwork around the outside.
Like Celtic.
Let me see if I can Google
Swivel
quicker.
clips. Thank you, Dale. That's the word I was looking for.
There we go. It's the Valk nut. It is a symbol consisting of 3 interlocking triangles, and it appears on a variety of objects from the archaeological record of the ancient Germanic peoples.
What? So
It's
we've
called-
got Celtic, runes, and Germanic.
It's a Valk nut. So yeah, it's Germanic apparently. But isn't Norse Germanic?
No,
Or not? No.
Those are definitely runes,
Okay.
which is like from Scandinavia, that area, and then a Celtic knot and that's
It's
it looks
linked.
nice, but it's a bit of a mess up theme.
It's linked to the triquetra, the Celtic infinite.
Okay.
Anyway, there you go. So yeah, it's quite cool. I like it. So there we go. That was that. Next.
Sorry.
That's all right. Mark's still googly.
You're still scanning.
Oh, Voopoo. Oh, here we are. More vape drama. Or is this just me? Voopoo have brought out this this new vape mod. It is called. It's a kit. Comes with the pod tank on the top. It's called the Musket. And I first saw this on Element Vape. Because, yeah, and I just did. So what if I got 3 of these, haven't I, Mark? If you want to stick the next one up. So it's called the Musket. So it's obviously
Oh.
Yeah. Are you with me?
Yeah. Okay.
You're with me on this. It's called the musket.
They could have gone so different with the name.
Yeah, they could have gone so different with the name. What does it look like to you? 120 watts.
Oh.
It looks very, very similar to the double barrel. Do you not think?
Yeah, they should have just chosen a different name, and it would have.
Yep.
They wouldn't have been able to say like.
They wouldn't have been able to say anything, but Vupu have gone, yeah, we'll call it the musket because it looks like a musket's only got a single barrel anyway, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Am I wrong?
A musket does only have a single barrel. That's
Ben Vapes,
that's just even worse.
it's a cheaper and better double barrel.
No, but so does it take a battery or is it built in or?
No, it's a yeah. Do you want to stick the third one up, Mark? It's got
Okay.
it's a double 18650, and look, it's got a nice little clip on the bottom.
It's even got the same kind of annoying, not exactly, but flap thingy as the double barrel, which is their only downside.
Flap, think the screen's in the same place as the original double barrel. I don't know where the buttons are.
On the
That's
front.
the only. Are they on the front?
You can see it below on the top right image beneath the screen.
Oh no, there's the fire button. I don't know where are the up and down buttons at the bottom.
No, because there's the bottom underneath.
Oh yeah, there's the bottom underneath. So where's the? I don't know where the up down buttons are. But I'm assuming it's probably underneath the fire button. But yeah, it does 120 watts, which the double barrel did.
Nope.
I can't
nothing
find the
there.
No?
buttons. But I don't like the placement of that USB.
No.
Yeah, why have they stuck it there? What? Why did they bother with it in the first place? I mean, they didn't even need it. But yeah, this musket just looks. It's a one-button design.
Oh, can we
So the
maybe
one
look at
button-
that? That's an epic fail.
Yeah, better battery door. Look, anything's better than the OG door on the double barrel.
Maybe,
David, maybe
give you that.
spin the fire button switch just.
Maybe you spin the fire button to adjust. Yeah, you might be able
Have
to.
we seen that before? I'm just,
But yeah, no, the first thing I actually saw it and thought, oh, that's the double. Oh no, it's not. It's got Vupu printed on the side.
I think it's horrible. The whole shape, the form factor of it's just wrong.
Yeah, the double barrel was so nice though. I think the thing about the double barrel was it was so heavy,
Yeah.
and the button, the tactile response you got from using the button was great. I loved the button.
Clicky.
Clicky, yeah, it was the tactile response you got from it. Basically.
mechanical feel.
Yeah. And you're not gonna get. This is gonna feel cheap and yeah.
Ben says it's a 3-click to change wattage.
Just 3-click to
Or
change.
maybe just hold it in and
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm thinking the Smok Guardian pipe had one button, and you could change it up and down to. I can't remember how far that went up. It was something
same as
like
with the
100.
Dicot tube, you could control with one button.
Yeah, and it made perfect sense. One button operation to me on the Smok Guardian. I can't remember how to do it now, but it made perfect sense to change the. I could change the wattage up and down dead easy. So yeah, they could work. Interesting. I'd like to see the reviews, and surely Squid Industries are going to go, "What the fuck?" Because it just so called it the
They're probably going to
musket.
be we've been Vupu'd as well, as so many
What
others
the
have.
fuck, musket mod? I mean, Jesus.
I mean, so many names available, and even as you pointed out, a musket only has one effing barrel. Maybe
I'm sure it does.
I'll research that.
Oh, but there you go. It's got a pod tank on the top. I didn't pay much attention to that, but it just takes coils. It's a pod tank that comes with it.
Okay, there are actually double barrel muskets.
Are there?
They-
All right.
they
Okay.
exist. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
fun fact: if both barrels are fired at once, they must both target the same creature or object, and the gun becomes wildly inaccurate.
the gun becomes inaccurate because
He gets both barrels of filled. I don't know
Okay.
if someone had an idea. Oh, I have 2 barrels, so I can shoot like in 2 directions. It was just a fact.
okay. Yeah, basically you put the powder in and shove something in it inside it as to fire out. And, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
The ones they
they
use in the Civil
notoriously didn't work.
Definitely.
The most important thing about it was the fact it had a huge knockoff blade sticking out the front, because that got more use than the gun.
What, a
If
bayonet?
people got
A bayonet?
bayonet. There you go, that's the word. Yeah, you had a bayonet on the end. Because you needed it, because it was like, fucking fire, you bastard. Oh, just stab them with the pointy bit. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully, yeah, musket notoriously didn't work. Does this mean that, you know,
Give it up for vape swapping.
hey? Oh, here we go. I've been out today. I've been to the seaside. Yeah, like I said earlier, we went to Whitby. And you've got to have dandelion and burdock with some fish and chips. So, there you go. I
And
do.
the sausage as well, apparently.
And a sausage. Go and have a sausage. Yeah, we were a bit tight. Basically, we had one. Basically, we had one fish and chips and sausage and chips, and we shared it all between us.
Fair enough.
There you go. Why not?
Why not?
Just because we could. But it was, yeah, very nice. But what I was thinking of, it was very, very strange, because it was busy. If you want to stick my second picture up, Mark. Sorry, Mark. I know you were
Guessing
just
that's
taking a
because
vape.
so many countries are on the amber list. Plus, all the apparently wildfires or forest fires in Greece and so.
But yeah, so yeah, Whitby was just. It was just.
That doesn't help. Hang on.
Oh shit! Sorry, was that me?
No, I don't think so. I think it did it by itself.
Oh, okay.
That's
random.
Transform. Rotate clockwise 90 degrees. There we go.
Bing. Marvelous.
I can see it.
You can see it. That's it. Yeah, just took your, yeah. Everybody, just pick your monitor up and turn it, or your TV if you're watching it on your
Shit, I
TV.
didn't think of that.
Yeah, that would be easy. That was so much easier. No, if you've ever been to Whitby, it was as busy as normal. It was absolutely packed. And this is a Tuesday, right? This isn't Saturday, Sunday. This is a Tuesday. A lot of people were wearing masks, not outside, not so many outside. Indoors, there was, I would say, 75-80% were wearing masks. But
now I know I don't want it to turn this into Cunt Talk UK, but I've never moaned about it. I've got on, I've done it, I've worn a mask, but
Yeah.
I have struggled to wear a mask. I lose my breathing rhythm. I can't catch my breath. I hate it. Now, I've not gone to the doctors. I've not got the yellow thing that you wear, and I just really struggled with them. And I wasn't that guy that didn't wear them until now.
for now, you don't.
I don't wear them at all, and I feel like
In
an
a
absolute
shop?
leper walking around shops because everyone's still got them on, and I've not.
Do you still have a requirement to have them on?
No, you don't have to. The wearing of face masks now is purely, is not compulsory, so you don't have to wear them. A lot of the shops
Are asking you to, but they can't demand that you do.
Yeah, a lot of the shops were saying, please be courteous, etc., and wear a face mask, whatever. So that, like you say, they are guilting you into wearing it. I feel more comfortable wearing it.
That's fair, and everyone's got
Yeah,
their right to or not. But for me, my personal choice, and it's not through being an anti-vaxxer or just being an utter cunt, I have a genuine reason that it is Dale, thank you. It is personal choice. And the personal choice is I've stomached it for a year and struggled with it for a year.
Man.
Exactly. Face fit, Gareth. I do that for a living. Face fit, don't. A little bit of stub. Martin, as you are now, a mask is pointless.
I would look. This is my mask. It's a neck. It's got ear loops on it, and which I can't use when I've got headphones on. But you know, this is the only mask that I really get on with because it is so loose fitting that I can actually quite happily wear this. But you know, it's.
And I feel bad for not wearing it, but I've come to the point now where, you know what, I don't have to wear it, and I don't get in people's way. I keep out of the way, and you're that tall. You're in your own atmosphere anyway. Cheers, David.
I mean, when I started the new job in March, and we had implemented that you had to wear a mask or visors when you stood up and you walked around the office, which I did a lot in comparison to many of the other employees who sat at their desk and did their jobs. So it was a constant taking it on and remember taking it off again, and it was actually very weird suddenly not having to remember to grab your mask when I stood up from the table and had to go around the
In
office.
fact, I'm that much of not a cunt. I still carry one. I still carry one. So if I'm asked to, I'll wear it. But yeah,
Plus you have glasses, so that's even more.
Oh,
I've got
glasses.
used to it.
Glasses and masks are a pain in the ass, but you can. I figured out with this, if I make sure that the glasses go over the top, then my glasses don't fog up.
All right.
If my mask is in front of my glasses, then I fog.
I
But
find
there
if
we
I
go.
just pinch the nose, it don't fog.
Yeah.
But there's a few times where I have struggled to catch my breath. Do you know when you breathe out to breathe in, you're like.
Now I ride a motorbike, and basically most of my face masks initially were I'd got pollution filter masks and stuff, and I was always wore a neck tube when I was riding anyway. So,
But if you got hot and stuffy, you just crack your lid.
yeah. And the strangest thing is, the one that I'm most uncomfortable wearing is my anti-pollution mask that I used to wear under the helmet the majority of the time, because that is the most restricting. And I think probably the difference is, like you said, I haven't got like about 25 times the amount of oxygen being forced into my face.
Yeah.
I'm not traveling at 70, 90, 120 mile an hour.
Anyway, that
Not that I
wasn't
would.
meant to be a rant. I just wanted to.
Yeah. I did. Yeah. No. Yeah. But there you go. It was a very strange feeling being somewhere where it was effectively as it was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
But it was busier than it was busier than it normally is at Whitby.
We found that at the zoo today. Everyone was in each other's space. And okay, granted, don't get me wrong, 90% of it's outside. But I'm still uncomfortable me being in other people's spaces and people particularly being in mine. And I know that sounds as though I'm being a dick because I'm not wearing a mask. But on the flip side of that, we were in some inside areas that were hot and stuffy, and there's 30, 40 people in this, and you literally walk in it, and I'm telling you, you can smell people's breath, because all we've been able to smell is our own breath for the last year, All we've
Yeah.
been able to smell is our own breath for a year. And now all of a sudden we're walking into rooms and we're smelling other people's breath, and it's like, I'm going outside. I can't do this.
I was in a shop this afternoon in one of the shops, and there was these ladies coming. There was enough room to walk past them, but I stopped at the end of the aisle, waited for them to come towards me, and I thought I'll let them past. And this bloke from behind just wandered up beside them and stood right next to them and was looking at whatever it was on the side, and I'm stood there like,
Really?
you haven't got a fucking clue. And there literally wasn't, even in a normal situation, there wasn't enough room for me to. I would have had to have, and I would have done in a normal situation, just excuse me and barged past. But I'm not doing it now. And I just stood and waited.
Instead, you just tutted and rolled your eyes at him.
I didn't. I just looked at him, and he was oblivious. He hadn't got a fucking clue. He hadn't got. He didn't know he'd done out, and probably hadn't done anything. But it was a case of, you just pissed me off, you twat.
Dale, you're absolutely right. It is leading to a whole new level of anxiety.
Should we end this broadcast off by revealing title of the show? We had one that picked up on during. So it does buzz a bit. Apparently, Chandler's new flask thingy is also doubles as a razor. So Ben
or a kitty basher.
Ben, congrats, you win feck all, but you noticed a couple of times we ignored it fully. It was fun.
It's a bit weird because I have noticed during if I do it solo.
No.
I have to be pointing the bottom at it. Strange. Anyway, I have no idea why it does it.
No,
but
frequency modulation, I think.
Yeah, if I'm pointing the bottom straight at the microphone, it really buzzes. I hope it's not fucking my microphone up.
PWM, pulse width modulation. I'm going with that.
Yeah.
As with your regular viewers, there's usually something behind the title of the show. It could be very subtle. It could also be nothing. But usually there's a meaning behind it. And I think on that note, we're gonna thank you for watching, and we'll put a link to the Zoom in chat. If you want to join us in the after show for a little banter. Thank you all for watching.
And it does buzz a bit.
It does buzz a bit.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Bye.
VTUK